Hello all you Slayers, my name is Matt, and welcome to Slayer's Lair. Hello all you Slayers, welcome back to Slayer's Lair. I'm Matt, your host. Today we're looking at Season 1, Episode 11, titled Out of Mind, Out of Sight. It originally aired on May 19th, 1997. Cordelia is talking about springtime with two of her friends. She makes a Helen Keller joke, and it was pretty funny. She makes fun of Buffy for being awkward and calls her mental. In the boys' locker room, we can hear a female voice laughing, but we don't see anything. Someone picks up a bat and beats Mitch with it. Xander and Willow joke about something that happened a long time ago, probably at band camp, and Buffy seems a little bit sad because she has no idea what they're talking about. We find out Mitch isn't dead, and he tells Buffy that somebody beat him with a bat. Buffy sneaks into the locker room and she sees the word "look" spray painted on the lockers. Giles joins the others at their table in the lunchroom, because all teachers do that, right? He tells them that it sounds like it could be a ghost. Cordelia is worried about how Mitch will look in their prom pictures. He could look very messed up. Harmony is pushed down the stairs, and that was pretty funny. Snyder warns her not to sue. We hear more female laughter, and Buffy goes to investigate after having bumped into something strange, but unseen. The invisible girl escapes through the ceiling tile. Buffy says she's going on the hunt. Giles asks how she's going to hunt somebody that she can't see. He says that she might actually have to listen to people. Haha. Barf-face Angel visits Giles in the library. Angel says something big is happening with the Master, but he doesn't know what it is. Angel offers to find a lost book for Giles. In a flashback, we see Cordelia gossiping with her girlfriends, including one who they seem to leave out of the conversation. Cordelia is voted May Queen, or whatever. Buffy reads that Marcie Ross disappeared 6 months ago. Marcie used to play flute in the band, and Buffy remembers she heard a flute last night. Buffy goes back to the band room and discovers that Marcie has been living in the ceiling. Miss Miller is suffocated by a ghost, who writes, "Listen," on the chalkboard. Willow and Xander don't even remember Marcie, even though they both signed her yearbook. Have a great summer. In a flashback, we see Marcie raising her hand in class over and over to answer questions, but dumb Miss Miller looks past her and completely ignores her. Cordelia begs Buffy for her help because she believes that Buffy is in a gang. They tell Cordelia that it's Marcie who's after her, but she doesn't even know who Marcie is. They formulate a plan to use Cordelia as bait, but we see that Marcie has been watching them this whole time. Cordelia opens up to Buffy that she doesn't even know if her friends even like her half the time. Willow hears somebody playing a flute at band camp. It turns out to be a recording. Marcie set them up. But gas is leaking into their room, and they need to escape quickly before dying. Marcie kidnaps Cordelia and injects Buffy with a sedative. Buffy and Cordelia wake up tied to chairs, and we see the word "learn" displayed on a curtain. Marcie tells Cordelia that she's going to give her a face that nobody's ever going to forget. Buffy sneaks free and tries to fight an invisible Marcie. Dumbface Angel saves Willow, Xander, and Giles. This makes Angel's character even more dumb. So now he's trying to be a good guy on their side and just randomly shows up to save them. That's bad writing. He does find the book that Giles lost and gives it back to Giles. Cordelia is crying and Buffy tells her to shut up. Buffy punches Marcie after concentrating more on her sense of hearing. Mysterious agents barge in and take Marcie away. They claim they can cure her. Buffy tells them they are very creepy. Giles decides not to tell Buffy about Angel's appearances. Cordelia actually thanks all of them for their help. But she quickly goes back to her old ways, which I'm fine with, because she's hot. We see Marcie walking into a classroom full of other ghosts. Alright, what did you guys think of this episode? First of all, Marcie was played by an actress named Clea Duvall. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I like her a lot. I remember her being in some really cool movies and TV shows. She was in this cool science fiction movie called The Faculty. She's also in Can't Hardly Wait. She was in But I'm a Cheerleader with Natasha Lyonne, who I also really like. She was in The Grudge, Heroes, American Horror Story, back when it was good, Better Call Saul, and she was also in Poker Face with Natasha Lyonne. So she's a great actress. I really like her, so it was fun to see her pop up. Again, 20 years ago, I can't remember seeing her in Buffy. I don't remember any of these episodes, so this is like me watching them literally all over again. But what did you guys think of this episode? We had some bullying elements in there and a little bit of redemption on Cordelia's part and trying to make amends with the gang who saved her, but then turning her back on them once again at the very end. So next episode and going forward, how's Cordelia going to act to them? Because her and Buffy kind of had an understanding moment there. And then also a ghost freak of the week. I called it several episodes ago. I said I think we're going to get a freak of the week pattern, and it turns out that we kind of are. But we're making our way down the line. Eventually we're going to run out of freaks, though, and then what's going to happen? And then what did you think about Angel randomly popping up just out of nowhere? That felt very forced and thrown in there and didn't make any sense, and Angel's stupid anyhow, but that just added to the stupidity of it all, because he's stupid. All right, let me know what you think. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you watching. I gotta go. Bye.